Hello and welcome to What is GDPR? Does GDPR apply to my organization? My name is Benjamin Powell, the Technical Marketing Manager at RiskIQ. Today I'm going to go over GDPR and how your organization might be affected and what you can do to help get your organization in compliance. GDPR is otherwise known as the General Data Protection Regulation. It goes into effect May 25th, 2018, and is the regulation that is designed to harmonize the data privacy laws across the European Union. The goal of the law is to protect fundamental privacy rights and ensure a high level of data protection and prevent data breaches. Does GDPR affect your organization? Here are a few simple questions that can determine if GDPR will affect you. Does your organization have an established presence in the EU? Do you have an office? Do you have agents or representatives there? Does your organization offer goods or services, free or paid, to data subjects in the EU? Do you have a web presence in the EU? Does your organization monitor or track any behavior of individuals in the EU? If you happen to answer yes to any of these questions, then GDPR applies to your organization. If there's a breach and you're found to be in non-compliance, you will be penalized 4% of your global revenue, or 20 million euro, whichever is larger. That's about 23 million US dollars. Wow, this could be the end of some organization if they're not in compliance, so please take this seriously. Let's go over a few of the key personal data safeguards in GDPR. You need to be able to collect and store PII in a secure and encrypted way. Now, when you're storing your data, that needs to be in an encrypted format. And the terms and conditions need to be easy to understand, and you need to have an opt-in. And you're not automatically opt-in just by default if you're using your web application or the website. All customers have the right to opt out at any time, and if a user asks you to forget about them and destroy all their PII data, you need to do so. And if a breach happens, you need to notify the GDPR supervisory authority within 72 hours. If you're ever wondering what constitutes PII, personal identifiable information, here's a limited list. Contact information, social security numbers, medical record numbers, social media posts, photographs, lifestyle preferences, transaction histories, and IP addresses. RiskIQ did some research on the top 30 European financial stocks, the FTSE 30, and got some interesting results. RiskIQ examined over 99,000 live websites in total. That's an average of 3,315 websites per organization. Out of those websites, 34% were collecting PII insecurely. 29% of that 34% wasn't using any encryption at all, and 3.5% were using very old vulnerable encryption algorithms, and 1.5% of those had expired certificates. This is a wake-up call for all organizations if the top 30 financial institutions in Europe aren't securely collecting PII. If you're a global organization, here are some of the challenges that you may face under GDPR. You need to identify what websites and pages are collecting PII. Are the websites collecting PII securely? What unmanaged or rogue corporate websites do you have? Do you have an opt-in message for collecting PII? What vulnerabilities do your websites have to attack and can lose PII? Are my cookies for my websites in compliance with GDPR? And can I supply an auditor or a supervisory authority with proof of compliance quickly? RiskIQ can help you support your GDPR adherence. We can help you with the discovery, the inventory, and the assessment of your websites and your apps and infrastructure where PII is collected. We can help identify all the places and website exposures where you're collecting PII, cookie notices, forms, SSL certs, and frameworks. We can verify that PII is collected securely with valid SSL certificates and encryption. We help organizations comply with persistent cookie requirements that all cookies must expire in less than 1 year. We can even help identify where third parties are using your company and brand as a lure to capture PII. With this information, we can highlight violations and exposures to enable your security and GRC teams a full understanding of the attack surface and where to remediate issues quickly. RiskIQ Digital Footprint allows for the discovery and details about internet-facing web assets, PI collecting websites are tagged and managed within the RiskIQ inventory. Creation of events for PI collecting websites and integration to SIM and GRC solutions. Quarterly reports include logon page posture, PI collecting web pages, non-compliant disclaimers, SSL certificate distributions, use of wildcard certificates, certificate expiration dates, CVE reports of websites collecting PII, and list of web pages and PI collecting pages. Thank you for joining us today for What is GDPR and Does GDPR Apply to My Organization? If you'd like more information about RiskIQ, you can check us out at www.riskiq.com or email us at sales@riskiq.com or call us at 1-888-415-4447. Thank you.